Good morning, everyone. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us balance our left channel. Shri Mataji, kindly bless us with pure desire. Kindly remove all the imbalances, all the thoughts coming from the past, on our left channel. Let us balance our right channel. Shri Mataji, kindly bless us with pure attention. Kindly remove all the imbalances of our right channel. And kindly remove all the thoughts coming from our future. Let us bring our attention on Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, kindly bring our attention on present. Let us listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
So our training, our spiritual education should be that we cannot be fanatics anymore. If you are fanatic anymore, or you are identified with any one of your old ideas, then beware. Be very, very careful. You cannot have fanatic ideas anymore if you want to be a good Sahajogi or a Mahayogi, meaning a person who is a prophet, not only a prophet, but who is capable of transforming others into prophets. First is you have to be away from alcoholism. You should be deadly against it. Wherever you have a chance, you find it that it is possible for you to say something against alcohol. It should be absolutely boycotted. Every place, anywhere you meet, it should be smoking or any kind of intoxication, drugging, anything has to be completely branded as anti-God, anti-Sahaja. Then fanaticism of any kind. that lingers on. This is another very deep misidentification. I am aware of it. I did not talk of Catholicism till the other day I went to Portugal, when I had to talk. So I said first time. I never talked about Protestants before till I had to talk that there are another mad race going round. There are 27 churches of this kind. None of them, except for we, are really Christians. All are nonsensical fanatics. Seventh-day Adventists and Pentecostals and this and that. All absurd ideas. All are playing into the hands of bhoots, take it from me. They have nothing to do with God, they are anti-God. All those who still stick on to all these churches and to this kind of fanaticism. Yeah, I'm saying here churches because here I have to talk about churches. Should know that all these churches have now become the place of bhoots. You go to one church and you'll rush to me. From my house, I see in the night hosts of bhoots waiting out of the church. I do not know. And somehow it's happening that whatever house I decide to stay in, there's a big church in front of me. It may be a Catholic church, maybe a Protestant church. And they have seen to it that they make it really bhootish by making all those who die stay in that church. They are not realized people. Realized people only should be buried and all others should be burnt off. It's better. At least the bhoots go out of them. When they are roaming about in the church and you are taking the children down there into the cemetery. Apart from that, wherever there is an adhikar cheshta, when it is unauthorized, gods do not exist there. They leave the place. So we have to know that we are no more fanatics. First and foremost thing is that we cannot be fanatics. Now, training ourselves is very important. Spiritual education is very important. But in Sahaja Yoga, as your mother is a very kind teacher, but even such a kind teacher is not such a help sometimes. Because all corrections are left to yourself. Then you commit really blunders and then you think, why didn't mother tell us? Why didn't she protect us? Why didn't she correct? But this is the style I've adopted because in modern times, Sahaja Yoga is working out because I do not challenge your ego. Otherwise, you would have crucified me long time back. So I leave it to you to decide to discipline yourself. It is for you to discipline yourself and understand yourself. Now the best way to discipline yourself is to find out what's wrong with me, not with others. We are very good at that. I've seen every day there's some complaint about somebody coming from someone. But there are very few who will say, this is wrong with me, mother, what to do? So just try to find out what is wrong with you. You are like a fort. The fort has some sort of a weakness. So the man in charge of the fort, what do you call him? We call Kiledar. Because a fort is a kila and the gentleman who is the owner of the kila is called as Kiledar. Now this Kiledar finds out what are the weak points of the fort and he sees to it that they are all corrected one by one. We are just the other way round. We know we have weaknesses which we hide and keep them there as they are. Whatever strong points we have, that we boast of. And we try to see the weaknesses of others. And from these loopholes, all these negative things creep in, and suddenly you find that you are finished. So try to find out what are your weaknesses. One of the weaknesses, which is very common, is that we are very materialistic. We are still very materialistic, extremely materialistic. And the materialism is getting subtler and subtler, the subtler we be. Try to give up some things. Keep a kind of a little balanced attitude, a little detached attitude, not too many things. Few things of value. Try to detach yourself. I don't say you become sannyasi. That is also another thing against. But from inside, you detach. See, I'm wearing a very nice sari, but from inside, see what is the color. From inside, you should be detached, not from outside. So that try to practice this detachment. Whatever you want to possess, you just don't possess. Teach your body, teach your mind. No. You want a shirt? No. Nothing. You try. Train up your body. Now, some people want comfort. The body wants comfort. Alright? Do you want comfort? No. I will sleep on the ground and teach you a lesson. Teach your body a lesson. Teach your wants and desires a lesson. Let's see what happens. Now, I don't know why, but in England, it should not be so. I mean, I expected people absolutely detached because they have got everything. But here it is much more attachment than detachment. There is no satisfaction of any kind. So a kind of a detachment must be developed to your desires, to your belongings, to your possessions, and whatever kind of a material aspect you want to build up. I always said that you must not look like people who are coming from the lunatic asylum. That's true. But you should also not look like a dandy person with a flare, a big bow here and a sort of a thing. You should be in the center. And how are you in center? When you are detached. And nothing can impress. But that doesn't mean some people I have seen the outside they make a show that they are absolutely disabled, absolutely in a very filthy condition, smelling like pigs. They think they are going to take an avatara of Varaha by smelling like pigs, you see. And all sorts of funny things they do in the name of detachment. No, detachment is within. Try to practice it. That is one of the education you have to do. How do you develop that detachment? Is by giving things away. Not to me, but giving things away to others. Say you reach a certain state of, say, you have 2 suits, if you have the third one, give it away. Give away is a very good way of developing detachment and enjoying the giving away than possessing is greater, is much greater. Take it from me, is much greater than possessing. Now for you, at this stage, I cannot say, but maybe after some time, it will become, that I prophesy, that will become sinless, absolutely sinless. You cannot do sin, and whatever you do will not be sin. I am sinless. Even if I rob you of all your wealth, nobody can say I've committed sin. I'm absolutely sinless. Even if I kill thousands and thousands of people, nobody would say that I have killed because I'm sinless. But despite all that state, I do not commit any so called sin because I have to lay down my life in such a way that you people follow. That you should not tomorrow say that mother did this, she has done this, so why not we? That's why I'm so very particular. At the same point, I would like to tell you that today Shaya, in her sweetness, went and bought a very expensive sari. And she brought with such love and affection to me that I had told her, just buy me a 10-pound worth of a shawl. And she couldn't bear the idea. But she should know, for me, anything is valuable that you give to me. Nothing expensive is needed. Even if you give me the most expensive, I have every right on that. But you must understand that if this practice is continued too much, it will create a bad public opinion. So, at the most, definitely decide is that you'll give me only 2 saris. That's all. I don't need even these 2. And I can have all of them. So, the situation is such that we have to be very careful about the public opinion. And people may start saying tomorrow, oh, mother, she wears all expensive saris. Let my husband buy for me, he has lots of money. And you can buy me very ordinary things. And I told once Modi that you buy me khadi saris, that's the best. But he couldn't bear it. It was too much for him. He says that, mother, we are middle class people and we are giving you something middle class. I said, all right. So once for all, I told them, all right, you buy some saris. And then I bought for them, one of them is this one. And I don't know if the whole money is paid, most of the money I have paid. But still, there was somebody who came out with an objection. I know you love me very much and you want to do something for me like that. But I would request that try to get things which are sober and simple for you. By God's grace, you should know your mother is looked after, you don't have to worry. Supposing I was a beggar, then you would have had to spend much more money. But that is not so. And it is not that it is in any way wrong. On the contrary, it's a very great thing. After all, these are going to be in your mother's personal archives and people are going to see what saris you people gave. And they are going to be very happy, of course, no doubt. And that's going to be very, very great for you. But still, when the public is concerned, you be careful and understand that when you do anything like that for me, this public is bad and we have to keep a proper balance. Now, about training yourself, as I said, detachment. Then another thing is astuteness. Astuteness. Try to develop astute habits. Astute, especially for religious work. First of all, understand that you have to give some money for Sahaj Yoga work. In that you should be astute. I was amazed to hear from some people that for food also you want to have free. That sometimes you had food, you didn't pay even £1. I mean, this is absurd. If you were beggars, is all right. But for Sahaj Yoga, first of all, it's not too much. But little you have to pay, and you should not make your mother pay for you. It's wrong. I've never said this before, but today I'm telling you, not aesthetically, but spiritually, it is wrong that I should pay for you. It's all right. I may give you a dinner, it's different. I may give you anything, is different. But that you should not try to sort of take advantage in any way or exploit in any way this mother of yours, who has got lots of things other than what you know of, which can work out against your spiritual journey. So just don't do anything like that. No exploitation. Learn that. Those who have done such a thing must decide that no more like it. Now I tell you a difference between Indian and you people is this. That an Indian would never do that. We had one Indian coming here. He was not such a big Sahaja yogi. But he used to come for his puja and he would not take money for his puja and these people had to fight with him. Ask him, he's sitting. He would not take. But how materialistic we are. And then when people mesmerize you, then you buy a Rolls Royce for that person. And here a mother is giving you all the freedom, so you are exploiting your mother. I have no job, all this is wrong. You must pay for your food and you must pay where you have to pay. That's your dharma. That's your religion of every surgeon. Alright, you need not pay too much, but you must pay where it has to be paid and never take a parasitic attitude. That will kill your growth, will dwarf you. I am warning you about astuteness. For payment, for accounting, for everything, one has to be extremely astute. Like, I'll tell you, I have seen people used to come to my house long time back, I shouldn't say this, but it used to be so funny. They would go in the kitchen, take out anything, eat anything, walk out again. It was amazing. Our cooks could not understand. Nobody could understand such people. Just coming in the house, walking into the kitchen, taking out whatever they like, eat anything like bounders. This training has to come within you, where you must realize and understand that astuteness towards Sahaja Yoga has to be maintained. Like going into the ashram, walking into somebody's kitchen, taking out things. Using the ashram in a state as if it does not matter. It's ashram. It's a pure thing. You cannot fight in an ashram. You cannot talk loudly in an ashram. You have to lead a pure life in an ashram. You cannot play games with each other. You cannot make it dirty. You cannot spoil it. Otherwise your spiritual growth won't come up. This is the simplest thing one should know, is to respect Sahaja Yoga. Love without respect has no meaning. You have to respect. And respect the place. Respect everything. Keep it clean. Be astute about it. And this is one of the greatest trainings. I don't know how, but to British mind, it should not be told because they are known for this kind of a training. But I don't know, because now you are saints, I think, I feel that you have had other kind of training before, that you are born as saints. Perhaps you have no self-esteem yet of the value that should be given to your own character. Without that, nobody is going to be impressed by you. Nobody is going to be impressed by you. Nobody is going to become a prophet. You have to first of all impress. You have to dress up in such a way that you impress others. It's a very important thing in surgery. You have to talk in such a way that you impress others. Supposing somebody is very fat, he must reduce. Somebody is very thin, he must put on. He must try to have a body of the center. Should not allow the body to move this way or that way. One has to be in a proper shape, in proper dress. Because you have to impress on others, you must know that if the personality is not impressive, how are you going to communicate? Because first of all, the people see you, those who come to you, see your outside. They don't see your vibrations, they see your outside. So all of you must learn how to dress up and how to behave towards others, how to appear before others, how to talk to others, so that you become prophets who will do wonders and who will transform many, many, many more people into the same state as you. Now this training you have to take yourself. The another point in training in Sahaja Yoga is that you have to read. There are many people who have not read even Gregor's book, leave alone any other. You have to learn certain things like chakras and centers and mantras, and you have to dedicate. Even people like Vivekanandas who never got realization, do you know these people, 12 people, they used to study for 14 hours. Now you will know what to study, what not to study, and even if you study wrong things, you will know where it is wrong. So you have to study. For example, there are Jews with us, let them study Torah. And see there, where is Sahaja Yoga in there written down? Find it out. If you are Christians, read the Bible, find out. You should read Gita, you should read Upanishads, and you should be masters. You'll find that Sahaja Yoga is such a light that you will know what it is. We have got the Devi's names and Sahasranamas. Try to read them and try to understand the meaning of that and try to understand what it means, how far it goes. That's how the depth of your knowledge will increase, and your Sahaja Yoga will tell you what is right and what is wrong. Now, emotionally, some of you have terribly emotional weaknesses, the idea of love, that I must speak to, because it has come from a group of people who went into another style against the ego-oriented people. And they believe that love means hugging each other, kissing each other, this, that nonsense is not love. Love is this, actually. That's love. And understand a person through this alone. And all nonsensical loves that people talk of is not love. When a person loves you, he doesn't stare into you. If somebody stares into you, then no, he does not love you. He is full of a book. Only when a realized soul is angry, he stares to drive out the body. So anybody who stares into your eyes and says, I have loved, then know that it is mesmerism. With discretion you will know this, that anybody who loves, only a glance is sufficient. But when it is an anti-Christ activity going on, then you can stare at that person and the images. So the idea of love is so absurd. Love is the one that corrects, that improves, that elevates, which is blissful. The relationship is blissful, not hallucinations. And this blissfulness is only felt through vibrations, not through by hugging or by kissing or anything, just through vibration. Of course,
Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shamataji, for this beautiful and peaceful meditation. Thank you very much. Jai Shamataji. Let's bow down to Shamataji and take Bandhan. We will continue our morning meditation tomorrow, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.